regular banana. And you think it's right to spend more on organic, you don't really want to. Damn sure don't want to spend no more money. That's a good way to give yourself credit for not spending extra money. Oh, that shit ain't organic anyway. I don't believe them anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just like with gas and shit. If you got 87 and 93, and 93 is $1 more than 87, and you feel like your car deserves 93, you know, but you don't really want to spend the money any fucking way. You'd be like, oh, it's the same damn thing. 87 and 93 is the same thing anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really ain't no difference. I'm paying for nothing, really. I'm just spending extra money. Although in the back of your mind, you saying to yourself, it probably is better. It probably is better. I don't want to spend the money though. So that's making it easy not to spend the money and just get what the fuck I usually get. You know what I'm saying? If it actually is better and you know it's better, there's more of a debate that you gotta have in your head. Is it worth it? I know it's better, but is it worth the extra money? That's more of a real debate as opposed to, oh, that shit ain't real anyway. Something easy. Since I say, I believe some of the shit that's labeled organic is actually organic. I believe, you know, there is a, first of all, I know that there's a way to go about getting actual organic. It's not like it's some made up theory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not that organic is some made up shit that we can't attain. There are ways to do it. So it does actually exist. Whether or not that's the shit that's in the store is a whole nother thing. Whether or not that's actually organic. I know organic is a real thing that could potentially be
in certain stores.
And that's another thing. Like, that's one of them games where shit's so fucked up in America that Food Lion could have organic shit that ain't really organic. And there's people in the know outside of Food Lion that know, actually, yeah, that's not real. Because my people work at such and such, and they've been telling me for the last 30 years that ain't real. So I know for a fact it ain't real. You don't get that information, because you don't necessarily deserve that information, so you don't know what the fuck you're dealing with. I know people that know for a fact that that shit ain't real, so I would never pay money, because that's silly, because I know it's fake. As opposed to fucking Whole Foods.
Fake and real. That's
kind of like
tainted.
Kind of like kind of like them fake ass seeds that they were selling black people. We need to remember that case, man. We might need to talk about that case to bring this whole organic thing back to the forefront. When you have a case where something like seeds, I'm in the business of selling seeds, but even as a business nigga, I have access to fake seeds, and I'm not even worrying about jeopardizing my business. I'm gonna sell these niggas fake seeds. I'm gonna sell all my regular customers real seeds, the seeds we usually sell. But I'm gonna go find these fake seeds and sell these seeds to these niggas, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Like, it's not like it's some bogus company that just decided to sell fake seeds. This is a real company that actually sell real seeds. But this same company that actually sells seeds is gonna get some fake seeds on purpose to sell to these people in particular. If you know that, nothing else is beyond, you know, but we really have a problem believing that they have the wherewithal to do the shit they do. Nah, I didn't want to do that. What you mean? Like, when you say fake, not fake, you talking about like real versus kind of real. Like, nigga, they capable of anything. Just because we ain't capable of anything, they are. We need to remember that case. So what other businesses?
I guess that shows how big demographics play a part.
Play a part in what?
Play a part in how they operate. Certain demographics get a certain product.
Certain demographics? What that mean?
Like, okay, Food Line in the hood don't get what the Food Line in the suburb.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like niggas understand that and then stop understanding
what's
when
the
you
name
go down the line.
Valentine. Valentine Food Line don't get what Murder School food line get. You feel what I'm saying?
What is Valentine? What is that?
Valentine in Charlotte.
Oh, right. Oh,
yeah, Valentine.
Yes, right. Yeah.
They don't get the same product. They get something different.
Yeah, and it's most niggas understand that, right? But just like with you, nigga, you get to a point like you know how simple that is, right? That's a simple thing. It shouldn't be like that, but that's how it is, right?
It's simple because they know the demographics.
Okay, let's talk about why. Why is it like that?
Why? Shit, you can relate that to motherfucking Flint, Michigan. They ain't fixed that water yet.
No, niggas, let's stay in the food line.
No, I'm just saying.
Don't do that. Just let's stay in the food line.
Why is it like that?
Yeah. Why does one company, they sell food, that's what they do. Why is it the case where, depending on the neighborhood you live in, that same company, same brand, is willing to, because what they doing is diminishing their own brand in the process, but to the people that they marketing towards, it don't really matter. Fuck them. You know, like why? You know,
because they know they can get away with it.
That's a different thing than government. Brands, that shit matters to brands. A brand matters whether or not they get bad press, regardless of who it's from. So if I'm Food Line, but I'm in a nice neighborhood, we're gonna have a whole totally different arrangement as far as products as another one. Like, is it the case where trucks differ? Like, I got a truck going to Valentine, make sure you put the good shit on it.
Right.
I got a truck going to Murder School, make sure you, hey, just get what you can today. You think it's simply like that?
Yeah.
And if that is the case,
that's simple.
If that is the case, then why wouldn't it be like that? Why wouldn't it be like that for everything? Like,
but you got a different.
How can we expect any different in other ones?
You got a different area of a different tax bracket.
Yeah, I understand.
Tax brackets.
I understand the differences. But shit, the price is the same, ain't it?
Yeah.
Food Line is Food Line. Bread is $1.99 here.
For the most part.
For the most part, what?
For the most part, it's gonna be the same prices. I have seen different in different stores, just like Publix is higher than Food Line.
Nigga, I'm talking about Food Line. Stick to the goddamn subject, nigga. The prices in this Food Line is different than the prices in another Food Line.
I had to go check.
They all got the same weekly, you know.
I had to go check that out.
I don't think it is. I'm just saying.
Well, if that's the case, then that goes to show there's something more behind it than just making money.
Racism, maybe?
You got white people that stay in the hood too. I mean, I'm just making a statement, you know what I'm saying? Which that's probably casualty.
So you're saying it's a straight class thing?
Yeah.
So it ain't about race, it's about class.
Casualty of war.
What about them seeds?
I guess they attack it.
Niggas don't like connecting dots.
No. I feel you. I guess they attack it in different ways too.
How was that? Was that class?
No, not that. That part is not. That's why I say they attack it in different ways.
How do we know that's not class?
What, the seed part? Because it only. I don't know. How did it happen to just black farmers or all farmers?
Black farmers from on earth.
But there you go. You know, it's a different. It's a different. You know what I'm saying? Because you talking about the seeds versus the consumer. Because they wouldn't be the consumer. They would actually be the seller, the farmer. They selling it to the consumer.
Who's selling to the consumer?
The farmers. Or the farmers are selling it to the stores, which sell it to the consumers.
Right.
So if we can push the black farmers out of the way and give them some bullshit, then that'll hurt the whole idea of black people starting their own
So you think
way of sustainability.
You think niggas is just trained to not speak up for themselves? A nigga gonna say it's some class shit before you say, no niggas, cause I'm black. Cause we black. Niggas don't like to say cause we black. Why?
Why? I don't think no, I'm just, putting it in perspective though, because that it's the truth that, at some point white people are gonna be affected by it too.
By what?
By putting certain product in certain areas. But then you're gonna have a few little black people that benefit because they might go to I'm sure it's black people that live in Ballantyne too. But when it comes to the farmers, that's the ultimate right there, the farmers. So we push these bad seeds on the black farm. That's the ultimate. That's the pinnacle of grocery. Grocery is the farm. We'll take a couple of casualties, over here and over there. Well, we'll take a couple of casualties over here and build a few up over here for the classism. But when it comes to the farmers, that's the ultimate. That's the thing of ownership. Now you're in the ownership.
Yeah.
But I was gonna look this up right here. Is there a way to detect he's talking about how do you detect bad food product? How do you detect bad food products? Is there a way to detect bad food products?
According to Taste of Home, sight, smell, and touch are easy ways to tell if food has gone bad.
Produce. Is there a way to detect bad produce?
Nigga.
Probably gonna be the same thing.
Stop saying that. Just ask. This is the way.
According to Taste of Home, sight, smell, and touch are easy ways to tell if food has gone bad.
Organic. I'm telling something's organic.
Is there a way to tell if something is organic or not?
According to science, how stuff works. Look for the word organic on vegetables or pieces of fruit, or on the sign above the organic produce display. The word organic may also appear on packages of meat, cartons of milk or eggs, cheese, and other single ingredient foods. Foods labeled 100% organic must contain only organic ingredients.
There's no way you can't determine it like that, man.
Why? Because you don't trust them?
Yeah, right. You can't determine that.
There's a whole lot to it, nigga. No, that's exactly why. Because I don't trust none of you.
Right. So really, there's no way to even put it to a test before you consume it.
Even Siri didn't detect the absurdity of that statement. Even if she was like reading it, like, what about?
It said what? It said if you want to know if the fruits and vegetables you're purchasing are truly organic, look at the price. Look up PLU sticker. If the produce is organic, the code will contain 5 digits beginning with the number 9. Non-organic counterparts will have 4 digits. That's new. That's new. I'm gonna have to start looking at that. Look up PLU sticker. What is the PLU sticker?
What?
The PLU.
Oh, that's like skew, like the code shit. Code. This game.
How can you tell if food is organic or inorganic? Organic foods are food items produced using processes without synthetics such as chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Inorganic, on the other hand, use synthetics to produce the finished food product. Teach for organic. What qualifies as organic? Why you should not eat organic food? How can you tell why is organic food more expensive? So the PLU starts with it says starts with the if the produce is organic, the code will contain 5 digits beginning with the number 9. Non-organic counterparts will have 4 digits. I'm gonna have to look at that, bro. That's crazy.
What?
I didn't know this.
What?
The PLU sticker. If the produce is organic, the code will contain 5 digits.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Beginning with the number 9. So that's how. But you still can't tell like that though.
Yeah, it's absurd. Like, well, it's not that it's absurd.
What I'm looking for is there a way I can send this through some type of machine to tell me if it's been, tainted with pesticides and shit like that?
Do that in the lab. See whether they got pesticides.
But shit, I ain't got no lab. I ain't got no lab to do that though.
See, the thing is, there ain't no way for you to test the fucking seeds of that fruit or whatever and determine whether it's organic. Only ways just the definition of organic. The only thing is shit that ain't been sprayed and ain't been shit on and done natural and shit. Like chicken, organic chicken. You determine what's organic chicken.
You say chicken? Cause I see some. This one was just 3 days ago. Some videos on how to tell if the food is organic.
Yeah, it's all trust. That's all based on trust.
Let me see what this says right quick.
We all know to look for these labels when we're shopping for organic fruits and vegetables, but not all produce is individually labeled. So how can you be sure? Here's a simple trick. Check the PLU sticker. That's the price lookup label. It's what the cashier uses to find out what your items cost when you check out. The label isn't mandatory, but grocery stores widely use them. It's also a code for how the produce was grown. If there are only 4 numbers, that means what you're holding was grown conventionally, probably using toxic pesticides whose residues could linger in produce skin or flesh. However, if you see 5 numbers and the first is a 9, you've found what you're looking for, an organically grown fruit or vegetable. And that's what we here at Consumer Reports recommend you buy whenever possible.
Okay. Now, how many people know about that? Because I ain't even know about that, bruh. If that's a real thing. Like you said, goes back to trust. Because I don't even know if you can trust that. That's interesting. Damn. Yeah, I wouldn't know that we wouldn't have been talking about this. And we done talked about this before and never...
Talk about what?
As far as organic foods and stuff. I mean, we've talked about this before and never got into the PLU. I'm definitely...
It doesn't matter.
Huh? What does it matter? It matters. It matters on whether you're getting organic or not.
No, that's just the way how they deliver the information. It don't matter how they deliver it. The fact that there's no way to. You don't have to prove organic. There's no way to prove organic.
Prove whether it's organic or not.
Yeah.
That's what the PLU is for, right?
That's my point. They put a label on it, and now it's organic. They ain't prove it's organic. They just put a label on it.
Right. I mean, I'm just
Same
saying.
thing with like a fucking job. If you got proprietary information, like you got a recipe, like fucking Colonel Sanders, and there's a recipe, and you got a secret, whatever, and just because you have that recipe and are known to use that recipe, don't mean that you be reusing the motherfucker. 11 herbs and spices. What if they only use 2 of them shits? We won't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Technically, they ain't following their own shit, but there's no way for you to know. You just gotta believe them. That's how most things are. Difference in those two things is we talking brand versus regulation. When it's a brand, and a brand is used to doing certain things, if the brand deviates from its brand and start doing some other shit, the regulation is supposed to come in and check and be able to spot it. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's 2 separate things. With organic, we talking about regulation. That's how they regulate whether or not it's organic. But their regulation mean nothing because they can't. I'll do that. That whole thing proved that it's all based on fucking trust, speculation. I don't think.
Damn. So we don't know if we getting organic, whether it said or not, or whether the PLU's on it. You still don't know.
But every goddamn, they got a president sign that motherfucker. They still ain't proved whether or not it's organic. Most of that is based on, like, you know, you buy something organic, and the only thing you can really rely on as the user or the consumer is knowing what to look for. If you get organic milk or some shit and you taste it, and it's like, oh, this milk tastes funny. That's only based on the fact that you've been using organic milk for however long. Same thing with like fruits and shit. If you've been using organic fruit and you get something that say organic, but it look whatever the fuck, however you decipher, then it's all based on the fact that you knew what you was looking at.
Right.
Anybody else is just trusting in the fucking situation. Hopefully this shit real. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to tell.
At this point, ain't no way to tell. I mean, I guess we could probably tell better because the way we grew, I think we grew up in more of a organic time. So
who's we again?
Our generation and our mothers and fathers' generation. They could have probably tell the difference because they grew up in a time where that's what they lived off of, the land. So when shit started changing, I bet they had they taste buds was like, what the?
Yeah, but that take time. You gotta eat some bullshit for a while before you could really be like, man, this shit ain't what it used to be. Cause you know, just like with them seeds, man. Like the niggas had to plant the seeds, get a bullshit, blah blah. Take notes and shit like something ain't right here. Can't really, don't really know what. Then they plant again and blah blah. It ain't something you just see off the rip. Take time for you to see and start being able to analyze this shit. That's how they get away with it. Like, they knew what they was doing with them seeds was wrong.
They had to get your taste buds prepared for it. Used to it.
Yeah, because my pops would eat a seedless watermelon and won't think twice. I'd be like, oh, what you think about this seed? Ain't no seeds in it. It was pretty sweet. Because there's a couple things that work. Like, even if he noticed that ain't no seeds in that motherfucker, he don't understand it to the point where it's a problem. Like, for me to be tripping, I want a watermelon with fucking seeds in it. To him, it's like, nigga, what you tripping about? This shit pretty sweet. Ain't that what you want? No, it's deeper than that. Like, he's so far removed from the game. He don't believe that. He don't believe that the the government. What's the word I'm looking for, man? People that's running shit. He don't believe that the establishment. He don't believe that the establishment would fuck with fruits to hurt people. It's one thing to, he treat us. They feel some whatever kind of way they feel about us, but then they're not going to, jeopardize the whole population with fucking with the fruits and shit just because they don't like us. That's just silly. When I be like, yeah, that's what it is. Like, it ain't necessarily about us at this point with the fruits. It's a different thing. But yeah, they are saying fuck the population. We need to do this certain thing, and the population is pretty much just, collateral damage type shit. Like,
So you agree with what I said?
Like,
so you agree with the collateral damage that I said earlier?
What about it? What?
No, I'm saying you agree with that just now by your statement. So that goes back to what you had said earlier about, so why are they doing it with just the black people, the black farmers?
That's different.
Yeah.
What's different?
No,
yeah, what?
I'm saying you said that's different, and that's what. Okay, I was just making sure we were still on the same page. That's different because that's on a higher level, a higher scale of as far as produce goes. Yeah. You don't never know. What else you had? Oldest survivor of Tulsa race massacre testified before House committee.
I'll show you how fucked up people are. Yeah, bring the old black lady in here so she can get it off her chest so we can get her ass up out of here. Cause ain't nothing gonna change. Hopefully.
107 is the oldest living survivor of the 1921 Tulsa race massacre. Studying legal remedies to atone for the damage a violent mob did. A violent mob. Nigga, y'all had jets and planes and shit, man. So mobs just got jets and planes now and shit and bombs to drop on people.
They sent her like, they so fucking evil, nigga.
What? Then they sent her what?
They so fucking evil, man.
Who the fuck out here just got a fucking airplane sitting in their goddamn yard with bombs on the bitch?
I see why it's important for her to say what she had to say. That needed to be.
Answer that question. Huh? Answer that question. Or make something out of that. So, who just has a plane sitting around at their house with a motherfucking bombs on it?
Ain't nobody paying us the government.
All day long, that's the freaking government, man. This nigga say a mob. A mob. A mob. I can't stop saying that word. A fucking mob.
What are you talking about?
It said to atone for the damage, a violent mob. A mob just don't have planes with bombs on them sitting in their goddamn yard. Just say government. Just say the army. Nigga, shit.
Did they mention any of that in there?
Did to a thriving Tulsa neighborhood when known as Black Wall Street. CBN and CBSN. Hell no, they ain't said nothing about no government, nigga.
So, I mean, it must be nice, man, to be able to tell a story without having to tell a story.
I mean, I hope she said it in what she See, I mean, I'm just reading the caption. I'm not even listening. I hadn't even listened to the video. I'm just reading the caption. What it said. But it doesn't say anything about the government being involved in the caption. It said a mob. So I guess they basically what they're saying is a mob of people got together like they did on Capitol Hill and just why they didn't have no fucking damn planes with bombs when they did Capitol Hill like that. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden they had planes with bombs back then, but now they ain't got no planes with bombs. The mob don't. This shit man. So now they don't have them all of a sudden.
Don't have what?
Planes with bombs, with missiles.
Who don't have planes with bombs?
Huh?
Who don't have planes?
The mob. The mob of people. That's what they're saying. They're saying that it was happened. The Tulsa thing was done by a mob of people. But as we know, there were planes that were dropping bombs on Tulsa. No one has just a plane sitting in their yard with fucking bombs. That's government shit. So, fast forward to whenever that shit happened, 2021, earlier this year, on Capitol Hill. What a fucking plane. Now the mob ain't got, that was a mob that rushed Capitol Hill, so now all of a sudden y'all don't have planes with bombs in your yards? I'm just saying, bro. This shit is nuts, man. And they just gonna roll like that. And I mean, 107-year-old, 7 years old, she probably ain't even thinking to say it like that at 107. She's not thinking to say, I feel like it was the government. It was the government that called this out. It wasn't just a mob. It was the government. Damn, I lost it. I'm gonna listen to this. I want to listen to this shit.
That's actually for you. Here's just a
Is Miss Viola Fletcher, also known, if I can, Mother Fletcher? Thank you. I don't have a mother, so thank you. Mother Fletcher is the oldest living survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre. He was 7 years old when she lived through the massacre. Mother Fletcher, you are now recognized to testify.
Who?
What?
You said I'm a trip?
Yeah, nigga.
Why?
Is the microphone on?
Because I'm listening to this?
No, you said she was only 7.
Yeah, she was only 7.
Is that okay? My name is Viola Ford Fletcher.
I mean, how much? 7. How
I'm the
much can she
daughter of
remember?
Lucinda Ellis and John Wesley Ford of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm the sister of Hughes Van
Well,
Ellis,
yeah, because she was that many older.
I'm a survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre. 2 weeks ago, I celebrated my 107th birthday. Today, I'm visiting Washington, D.C. for the first time in my life. I'm here seeking justice, and I'm asking my country to acknowledge what happened in Tulsa in 1921.
We gotta put this link up on here.
On May 31st of 21, I went to bed at my family's home in Greenwood, neighbors of Tulsa, the neighborhood. I felt the
It ain't
sleep
7
that
minutes and
night
33 seconds.
was rich, not just in terms of wealth, but in culture, community, heritage, and my family had a beautiful home. We had great neighbors, and I had friends to play with. I felt safe. I had everything a child could need. I had a bright future ahead of me. Greenwood could make speaking. Yeah. Still, we should have given me the chance to truly make it in this country. Within a few hours, all of that was gone. The night of the massacre, I was awakened by my family. My parents and 5 siblings were there. I was told we had to leave, and that was it. I will never forget the violence of the black mob when we left our home. I still see black men being shot, black bodies lying in the street. I still smell smoke and see fire. I still see black businesses being burned. I still hear airplanes flying overhead.
Airplanes, bro.
Screams. I have lived through the massacre every
Airplanes.
day. Our country may forget this history, but I cannot. I will not. And other survivors do not. And our descendants do not.
Hold up.
Well,
this woman said airplanes flying over. And you gonna tell me that's just a mob of people?
What is your point?
God damn it, I'm just cause I need people to really understand that this shit is not just a mob of people. This is bigger than just a mob of people.
It was the government, okay.
Okay, I'm hoping people are understanding this, man. I mean, we are not dumb people. We are very intelligent people. That's all I'm saying, man. We too intelligent.
What the fuck is your point,
to continue allowing these lies and deception and deceit.
I lost my chance of an education. I never finished school past the 4th grade. I have never made much money in my country. State and city took a lot from
That's
me.
strong right there.
Despite this, I spent time supporting the war effort in the shipyards of California. But most of my life, I was a domestic worker serving white families.
You hear this? Though she went through this, she said she still continued to support the fucking American dream, bro.
What is your fucking point, nigga?
We some motherfucking beautiful people. We are beautiful. We even support shit when we getting.
What fucking choice you got, nigga?
Oh, it's a choice. It's a choice. It just gotta be power in numbers. It's always power in numbers, but it's a choice. It's a choice. It's a personal choice, and it's a choice, a universal choice, if you get the right numbers.
Never made much money, but to this day I can barely afford my everyday needs.
107 years old and still survive this shit. That's strong, bro.
Use the names and stories of victims like me to enrich myself and its white allies through the 30s million raised by the Tulsa Centennial Commissioner while I was continuing to live in poverty. I am a 107-year-old and have never seen justice. I pray that one day I will. I have been blessed with a long life and have seen the best.
What you think about this, man?
This country.
Yo, what you think about this? About them actually doing this, you know what I'm saying? Having her on here to speak like this. Because this woman just not said, man, she said she has never, she can barely even afford to, you know what I'm saying? And then been through that, bro, by some, and they gonna call it a mob. So the government, that's gonna slither them out of it when we know that was the fucking government, bro. That'll slither them. Well, it wasn't.
You gotta understand,
the government.
She was there, so she's saying how she saw it. The fact that you know after the fact.
I understand that. I understand
She
that.
ain't know what the fuck she was looking at.
Right.
They ain't had no TV and news the next day to show it and talk about it.
I mean, they probably moved up on. They probably moved on just 2-3 days back to.
No.
ain't laughing, man. I'm not laughing. I'm just damn. Oh my god, that shit fucking is heart wrenching, bro. That shit is fucking heart wrenching, man. That shit'll make your heart drop, my nigga. My heart just dropped.
Like this shit
no, I'm just saying. It's not new, but just to sit here and actually, I don't think you know what I'm saying?
No, nigga, I don't know.
We ain't had no deep conversation, and she the first one to ever speak out about the shit, man.
No, she ain't. What you talking about?
No, I'm saying, I'm talking about like this, the oldest survivor. Well, this is the first time I've seen someone actually speak out about it like this that was actually there. This shit is fucking, and then we talking about it, listening to it. This shit is heart wrenching, man. That shit just made my heart drop, bro.
What?
Man, this woman said
He's
she.
late.
I ain't.
Late as fuck. Late as a motherfucker. Feeling all heebie-jeebie inside and shit. Got a nerve to feel some kind of heebie-jeebies inside all late.
I mean, I've always felt that way.
Look what they doing to us, man. Man, you can't believe what they doing to us, man. Man, I had no idea. Oh, man. This is crazy. They treating us bad out here.
You got jokes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, a lot of them, don't you? I know what you want to say. I got
what, jokes and shit?
Yeah.
I just dropped a couple.
Anyway, let's listen to it.
Man, I feel so crazy. We still listening to that, nigga?
I'm gonna finish it, man. They was said business, so.
I'm asking that.
I mean, I see strength in it, though. It was heart wrenching, but I still see strength. You know what I'm saying? The woman survived, 170 years old. She didn't even finish school, bro. She stopped school at 4th grade.
Nigga, you ain't gonna be 107?
I ain't saying I am, but I'm just saying this is.
Ask me why.
It is. You know what? But it is kind of inspiring.
Ain't nobody in our motherfucking generation gonna be 107. Ask me why.
Why? I go smoke too much?
Don't tell me.
Why? Why? Let's listen to this.
What's wrong?
You say why?
We don't live in the same world. We ain't from the same world. She ain't have to worry about organic. She ain't have to start worrying about organic till the last 20 years of her life. So when she was about 80, 87 was when she had to start worrying about organic. Everything was organic. Cause everything came from her motherfucking yard and shit. And now her yard, the yard of the street.
Oh, that's where I supposed to be going to do. I supposed to be going to get me a tomato plant that.
So I mean, I should go.
I'm gonna go grab one too.
It's so fucked up now, man.
Walmart right quick.
Okay. I gotta go in there.
Nah, I'm going to the garden center. I'm gonna grab me a tomato plant.
You know, I don't fuck with the goddamn Dapper. The Dapper's motherfucking. I think I need some goddamn Dapper's bread basket.
43 minutes.
What? Oh, you been recording? Shit.
Come on, man.
Man, you ain't never said shit to me.
You got to be out your mind. You think I wasn't gonna get that? Yeah, I guess
so worth getting on that motherfucker. I don't know what we're talking about.
We're gonna come back.